Power to the people.
Power to the people. Hello, everybody, and welcome to the show. We have been off for a couple weeks, and we're back now. And welcome to 17th Ave family, right?
Family Live Podcast.
Live
17th
podcast.
Family
I'm
Live
gonna get it
Podcast.
right, man. I got so much going on in the head.
I can
But
dig it.
welcome back. And today I'm gonna see what's in my partner's head, and I got a couple things I do want to introduce. But I know we left off with the safe haven.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? And we want to continue on that safe haven because we've been making progress with the safe haven and we've been getting good responses with the safe haven. So we want to incorporate that and elaborate on that. I know you showed some a couple
Yes.
clips of the work that's being done and everything, you know?
Yeah. 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 So let's let the people know really, what motivated us with the safe haven. We if you come from the inner city, you know that there's a lot of violence, and lack of unification. And then there's just some people, some children in the inner city that just it's hard for them to get jobs because they don't have skills. So because of X amount of reasons, we came up with something that called Safe Haven, where it would actually provide training for skill for young individuals and give them the opportunity to have a choice. Because I've spoken to young people and they've told me, and I'm sure you may have spoken to them, and they'd be like, well, this all I know, this all I got. So we decided to come up with Safe Haven to give them an alternative so that being on the streets, whatever they choose to do, whether it's trapping, whether it's you know robbing, whether it's banging, whatever it is, or whether it's just sitting up in the house playing with video games all day. Either or, this is something that we came up with to give them an opportunity to do something different. And so to get the community involved, because a lot of time the community, says, we don't know what to do with them. We talk to them, but they still don't get it. So now with Safe Haven, we teach them carpentry, electrician, um, plumbing, and we're going to add more things on there as painting, you know, uh, drawing, whatever it needs to get these individuals interested and get them away from just the mundane existence. That's what we're going to strive to do at Safe Haven. Now, I want you to tell them about the part where we have different skits about Safe Haven. So I want you to kind of go into that a little bit for the people about Safe Haven with the skits so that and where they can watch them at and what
Right.
inspired you to
Well,
come up with those.
as we see and as we know that the mind can the mind perceives something, but it's also being perceived in other places. Like we see a safe, they're not calling it safe haven, but a lot of um teaching what we're doing is going on in a lot of other cities now. I see since we've been starting this, I see, and a lot of offerings also has been given to the communities to teach these guys a trade and a skill. We came up with Safe Haven. It's actually a little branch off, and that's old heads, teaching them giving back. When we say old heads, we don't look at old heads as a time zone. We look at it as experience. So we don't look at it as an age thing. We look at it as an experience that could give back. So when we say old heads, we looking at people with experience, people that could give back. And to give back, we need an institution, because we could give back, but we also need an institution, and that's where Safe Haven comes in. So Safe Haven is it could be anywhere. It's a community center. It's like a community center. But when they come in the community center, it's it's a mental ex, 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 expression. Like if they're trapped, if they don't know how to deal with the society, if they're being pressured by decision making, if they don't have a mentor. So we're offering a community back in our community like we used to, which is be a safe haven, which means that we should be able to our young people to be able to guide them and protect them in such a way. I made this series about safe haven. It got 6 parts to it, and it's dealing with people from the street like ourselves that get involved with all types of confrontation when they're trying to get out and make a change with their life. That's when you get into a lot of confrontation because people around you get jealous, envious, don't feel you could do better, or you yourself get pressured from yourself. Not sometimes it's not from other people. It's being scared. It's being not knowing how to take that next step and being nervous about taking that next step and changing your life. So Safe Haven is mentoring you in that direction. It's a community center in our community for our people. And when I say our people, I don't just mean the color. I mean a mentality, because we could just get our people, and our people also ruin a lot of things. But it's also a mentality that want change. So Safe Havens is a place that you could go there, and it might be difficult, but you can get change if you want to change. Because we can't make you change. We can offer you everything in the world. You have to apply yourself. So we're giving you something, that mentorship, that skill, so you could go out and get a job. What we have done is I showed in the series how brothers got caught up when they wanted to make the change. And in one series, the first series, you'll see that the brother homie died. So he felt like he wanted to retaliate on that. So his whole direction with his woman, he having a baby. The series is on YouTube under Big Muzz official. And and he having a baby, he took us another route. These stories are based on reality of what we see happen in our community. They're not just stories from just made up. They're guidelines, but with the guideline, we have to have a solution. We have to have a solution. Whereas, even though the cops is after him, the community is after him also, because he has bad people after him. He has the cops after him, but the community is gathering to find him, to give him a safe haven. So whatever situation he's going through, he's being guided as that. That's what we also need to offer, as we used to have that. You know what I'm saying? We used to have that in our community, where you could be guided through your difficulties, through your transitions. You had guidance, you had mentorship that was protecting you from harmfulness. You know, we could only protect you to a certain extent. We can't protect, like some people be like, we'll guard your life. You know, we'll guard your we'll secure your well-being as far as you contribute to us securing your well-being. That's what safe haven is for. It's just not a one hand like, oh, we could save the world. We only could save the world if the world is willing to be what? Saved.
Saved.
Saved. So we have our first segment is a reality. Um, as you've seen some of the segments, that's real. These brothers was in the community of Patterson and in the neighborhood, and it was restoring an apartment, and I was showing them how to do it from scratch. We have some skits that was done in Newark, where we had to repair some leaks and stuff like that, and that was done from the hip. And I had a lady comment and said something like, I hope you teach them to finish the job, and I hope you show them not to scan nobody or something. And I'm like, yo, people like this, you know, like really I commented, like I really wanted to just tell her to like go shut up somewhere. Like if you ain't got nothing positive for us, you know what I'm saying? And we know this the internet, but I give it right back to them. So, I'm like, I know you probably be like, But me, I'm gonna give it right back to them niggas, man. But we gonna get that. You know what I'm saying? Some because we grew up where somebody elbow or knee or foot was always on our neck, bro. You know what I'm saying? But we still was able to rise and overcome it. And that was because what we had in front of us, that what we don't have now. We had that in front of us. And it is a generation gap. And this is what I want to say about Safe Haven, Old Heads. It's a community of character. If that's what we need, a community of good character, of good morals, of strength, um good ideals that can exchange with each other. No one person is dominant. Nobody created this. This was been created. We just evolving and bringing it back. We're just offering, and we see now, and it's a time for it, that we as a people in our community, we need to reach out and branch not only to us but the people who is in our community. We can't
Absolutely.
excel the people who is moving in our community and act like it's just about us. No, it's about the character that could coincide and to elevate. And there's a lot of other authentic people that very well trained to offer some skills and incorporate that. What we have is the stagnation of our young people sitting on the block, not doing nothing, not trying to do nothing, and thinking that the internet or things they see is just going to change their life. And then when they don't get it, they go on to jack somebody, they robbing somebody, they end up killing somebody. And all it takes is a skill, bro, to go out here and make money, man. And when you're looking at our decades of living, it's proof. There's proof that this is reality. This can be
Well,
done.
let me interrupt you a minute. We're the proof. We're the proof because you go back 30 years or so, we were like those individuals. We
True
just as
indeed.
easily could have went another route because we were headed down another route. However, we decided to make a change. We decided that the route we was going wasn't the route we wanted to continue to go. So with that, we are doing this. What we had done for us is now we are paying it forward. We're basically giving it to other individuals to let them know, look, we've been on the streets. We've been confused. We've been 20. We've been 30. We've been 19. And we had to deal with a lot of different decisions and hardships and choices. So what we're doing is we're here to help guide you through some of those hard decisions and some of them choices. And we are going back to what we used to be. Hence why this show is called the 17th Ave Family Live Podcast, because we're bringing back the connection of family, where we forgetting about oppositions as each other being the oppositions. No, we are facing the oppositions that get in front of us that stop us from being at our best. Those are our ops. That's what puts us in opposition with each other because we all struggling and sometimes we don't have an answer and we take it out on the closest people to us, which causes more conflict. So what we're coming up with is conflict resolution. It's basically resolving conflicts through learning how to do something that you can utilize on your own. Once you've gotten trained well enough, you can fix toilets, you can uh, patch up holes, you can put together, chairs, different things that you can do that can help your community and not just outside, but you can do things in your home, your own home. You can help your family members. And with this skill, you can make some money. You can make some money and it's legal money, and you don't have to worry about nobody coming to kick your door in because they feel like you're making so much money, they want to rob you. Or you don't have to worry about the police coming in, kicking your door in, and harassing your family. So
You you you
this,
you you you
go
you
ahead.
know it's a lot. It's a lot of display going around, and the young see this display because we're filling in a gap that was absent. Okay, so now we still here. So being us that we still here is like, 30 years has passed, 35 years has passed. Older brothers are coming home. Um, people are sharing those experiences. The guy brothers, like I hear, like I'm into the music business. I'm a musician. I'm into this business, and I see a lot of display and misfortune as what we use our music to do.
Okay.
We tell them, like, we'll show a big mansion, so they connect the mansion to old this or that, and a lot of that is not as you see it. you know um Even music is a lot of work. Don't think everything is easy. Nothing is easy. But the thing about it is, if you're going to pursue something, always have something else. Always have something to fall back on or to help you achieve what you're going after. And these are literally service skills that could go anywhere around the world that you can do instantly. Like he said, toilet. A lot of people be like, I ain't putting in no toilet. Bro, you could go put in a toilet and it'll take you an hour to put in and exchange a toilet. Just exchange it. So I'm only charging you to exchange this toilet. You know what I'm saying? And that could start like at 350 and up. And it depends on the situation. Some people want a high-end toilet. Some people want a regular toilet. Sometimes it's in and out. You know what I'm saying? You can make money and produce as long as you have this skill. If you enhance your skill and you get paperwork behind it that says, hey, now I'm going after this. This is what I want to do. What we're giving you is something that you can learn today. And there's brothers out there that could tell you they can learn today and work tomorrow and get paid.
Apprenticeship. That's what they call it in the big business.
Right.
Apprenticeship.
You can
We're
work
giving them
today
apprentice.
and get
That's it.
paid. So we trying to give you that option, not only the option. Listen, it's not only about can you make money, it's also about managing your money because a lot of things you see, the chains, the
There you
jewelry, the
go.
flow, the whip, the clothes, the watches, all that comes with hard work. Bro, you can have that without even getting there. You can still get those same things. You can get a big old house, you can get a big old mansion. Don't think that the only way to achieve these things is for you to take yourself and put yourself in a negative position in order to gain something that ain't going to benefit you. Because if you put yourself in a negative position to gain something, how it's going to benefit you? Because it's going to come back and bite you. It's going to come back and bite you. With skills, if you do something clean, if you're in the music business or the entertainment business or the advertising business, the marketing business, whatever business that you're in and you're trying to whip, if you're trying to day trade every day, you're trying to stack your money or whatever, you still have to have a plan for that money. You still have to have a plan. If that don't work, what are you going to do? What kind of skills can you rely on if all your stocks fell today or they shut everything down? Can you go out there and get paid? If a company shut down, can you go out there and get paid from your skills? And this is what we have. A lot of people can't, but now we're offering people and it's not only being offered from us in our community. I've seen so far like 6 or 7 situations that's going on around different states and
Tri-state
cities,
area.
man. Yeah, down south
Okay.
and areas. A lot of brothers is reaching for you. A lot of brothers is reaching for the younger brothers in a positive way to put them in a situation. You just got to be observant of what situation is positive and what situations come back to bite you. We ain't asking you for nothing but respect. That's the first
Respect.
thing we ask you. You know what I'm saying?
Number
We
one.
ask you for respect. With respect comes respect. and then we could go to
Go
level
to the
two.
next.
You know what I'm
Right.
saying?
Commitment. Yeah. Commitment.
Commitment. Yeah, and then
Yeah.
we can, you, me, everybody else who's on board can commit themselves and be obligated because you show them respect, obedience, and discipline is very important. That's when you can receive. You can
And let them
receive.
know. Let them know the other thing. It
Oh,
requires sacrifice. It's going to require sacrifice. You're going to end up having to turn away from things that you may be comfortable with now to
right,
move on to something better. So that's going to be sacrifice.
right,
Sacrificing something you may enjoy that's unhealthy for you, that's dangerous. You know what I mean? Because a lot of lifestyles is dangerous. We got too many of you young people going in the grave in your 20s and before you even reach your 30s. Over what? Over some nonsense? Over some uh, beef
and
that really wasn't
over
even worth
misunderstanding of trying to get from point A to point B.
as we were saying, over conflict that could be resolved if it's done in a proper manner. And don't hesitate to bring us into it. This
Right,
is
that's the
what
other
we are
part of safe
for.
haven. That's
Right.
the
This
mental.
is
That's
yeah.
the mental health part of
Yeah,
safe haven.
absolutely.
You know what I'm
Share,
saying?
share, share with us. You know what I mean? Share with us because we are family. We are family, and family helps each other. Family's there for each other. Family turns to each other. So it's each of our responsibility to each other to respect each other, to to be committed to each other, and it makes sacrifices for each other. And as you were saying, the very important part is to learn how to manage your money, not spend all your money up in one place. Have money that it may last you a few days, then put money away for later on down the road, some years. You may want a house, but if you can't get a house, get an apartment. Help your mom. You know what I mean? Be able to help your mom. If you stay with your mom, be able to make some money to give your mom some money towards the bill. This type of thing. You see your mom struggling, you don't know how happy she will be to see you come in the house after you did a hard day of work and you give her some money and say, "Mom, I just want to help out with the bills." This is what it's about. This is what Safe Haven and the 17th Ave Family Live Podcast, which is sponsored by the 17th Ave Family Investment and Management Group. So we're here to guide you guys to success and away from danger and away from self-destruction. That's what Safe Haven is about. And we need the community's help. We need the stores, the banks, the churches, the supermarkets, small businesses, and just people at regular everyday people to
Homeowners,
reach out to
yeah,
yeah
it's
to
like
reach out to
to,
us.
to
Go
complain
ahead.
about the community and the people in the community, and we can, and this is where respect comes is so important because you're dealing with us. A lot of times, your customers is us. I had a service call the other day, and it was down South Jersey, and it was in this big, big house. It was owned by these white people, and the way the way I conducted myself, you know what I'm saying? The lady was like, nah, the lady who hired me, like 5 stars, very professional, very in and out. You know what I'm saying? Um, and this is what happens when you going up to a stranger house, and then you see this big house, and you got to do a service call. You know what I'm saying? And you walking in, nobody look, only your mentality. If you're there, you're expected to be there. Only your mentality is going, these white people and I'm black. That's your own mentality. This is a service call. I have skills that they need, and I'm going to give them skills. If I give them skills 100%, they're going to call me back and I got a customer because they looking at their situation to be solved. See, that's how we have to look at things. When we see us, we want to knock everything. We want to go through the trials and tribulations. We want to say, this ain't that, this ain't gonna help me out. Yeah. And like you said, you gotta sacrifice. If you saying you need money today and you keep going around the block and you still sitting out there tomorrow, you still ain't got no money. You could have been unlearned something to get you some money. You could have learned how to snake something, how to unclog something real quick, how to unclog a drain, man. You know, Roto-Rooters start at $900 to $1,100. So 750. You could charge 300, 250. You can rent the machine and go there and just do it. It's a lot of things that we are not being introduced to because we're being blinded by a perception of this is how black people, now I'm talking about us, this is how we get ahead, this is how we get our houses, this is how we are successful. They want to pull you down a rabbit hole. You know what I'm saying? And
And name some of those things. What is it? What name some of the things that is thrown out there for our young peoples? What
oh
rap?
well, you know, it's all the flashy stuff, which I can't go all because some people are legitimately making
Yeah,
means
some
and
yeah.
making good business. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Everything ain't down a rabbit hole. You know what I'm saying? Some things I think at this time in the condition of us in this country, I think that stuff is way shut. And this is where you know that it's an individual thing. Some individuals still want to be like, well, I'm just doing what I do. This is my profession. No, this is all about movement now. It's about positioning yourself. And if you continue to feed our community with negativity, you put us in a bad position. You know what I'm saying? And we have to start elaborating on bad positioning. You know, like how
Obstructionist.
how I don't want you, if you pull up and you doing good, I'm sitting there with my switch and everything, and you pull up and you doing good, I'm mad. Why am I mad? Because you doing good and you making money. So now I want to shoot you for
Or take
nothing
it. Take
or
or
take
take
it.
what take something. Take something.
Yeah.
Right.
Or shoot you and take it for what? And kill you at that for and I got it and I still want to shoot you. For what? Now that I'm
Right.
gone. I still don't have nothing.
The other part to that is now you if you murder the individual that got something that you want, you didn't take the time to find out how did they get it and could they help you get it.
No,
This is what we're offering.
you too
This is
busy
what we're
being
offering.
angry. You too busy
This
being
right,
mad.
right. So
Jealousy and
this is
envious.
yeah, this is the thing that we're offering rather than look at your brother with jealous and envy. Look at your brother as you had the capability to do whatever you see him doing. All you got to do is apply yourself. A lot of times, this individual applied themselves towards something that you refused to apply yourself to, or you didn't know that it
A
was
lot of
something
it they
that you
don't
could
know.
apply yourself
They
to.
don't know
You know what I'm
how
saying?
to come to the solution. You know, it's like and we can't blame them for that. You know what I'm
No,
saying?
no, you
Because
don't know. You don't know.
they don't know. It's like um we're in a world that is constantly going forward in every which way it can, in a positive way and in a negative way. So this is about balance. You gotta have a good balance. If you don't, you're gonna tilt. And what way you tilt, nobody knows. You can't be too much of this and you can't be too much of that. You gotta be well balanced. And this world is going forward at a time that as of now, we have so much information is being given to us, right? So
Right.
we're being selective of the information we sharing with people, you know? Even if we tell a story about even the block, the result of that block and that situation is our respect and attitude and how we raised our families. Our choices that came after that we said, hey, this is too much. Let me make this. Let me the solution of change. You see, everybody can change. You have to just do it. It's something that you have to just do it. It's nothing that you can just say. It's an
Yeah,
action. You
you
have
got
to
it. You
do it.
got it. You got to make the decision that you want to do it before you're able to do it. That's the key component. Make the decision that you want to do it, and then start working towards it. With that, that's the end of us for tonight.
Oh,
So
that's
tune in
good.
next week. We'll continue. Giving
I'm
y'all some
sleepy as hell,
jewels.
bro. Shoot,
You know
I'm
what I'm
gonna go
saying?
to
Giving
bed,
y'all some
nigga.
jewels. And, we look forward to hearing y'all insight. But where can they go to see the Safe Haven
Hey,
episodes?
check me out on YouTube. You can follow me on Instagram, TikTok, Big Muzz Official 17. Just pop it in. Johnny Wise, J Wise Entertainment. You got on YouTube, on all social media platforms, especially on YouTube. You could go see Safe Haven. You can see the episodes. You can also see the old head movement. And if you want to be a part of that old head movement, hit us up, leave a comment and receive your shirt. Come and join the community and be a part of this movement. So the brothers will know and recognize, oh, that's an old head. He's Safe Haven. He connected. You know what I'm saying? It's a whole movement going on, and you getting it right here from 17th Ave, man. Knowledge God, man. You getting it right here, man.
There you
17th
go.
Ave family.
17th Ave
Uh,
family.
live podcast, and we reaching out. You know what I'm saying? And we reaching out. We giving you love. I'm tired of the moment, but
All
we
right.
reaching
So
out.
to next week,
All right.
respect each other, respect yourselves, and love each other. And, let's get this thing popping.
My wife gonna say, your lips was white. Why you ain't putting nothing on your lips? Why you ain't tell me my lips was ashy, brother? Damn, man.
I wasn't looking at your lips.